Real quickly before we begin, I want to thank this video's sponsor, CarMarshal.com. CarMarshal.com can save you lots of money on buying used or new vehicles, cars, trucks, school buses. If you want to save money, I'll have a link in the description down below. I know I'm going to...
Just when you thought it couldn't get any worse than eating Tide Pods, this happens.
This is Taylor, and he's about ready to snort a condom and pull it out of his mouth.
Oh my gosh.
That's disgusting.
Oh,
Yeah, teenagers are actually snorting
that's
condoms
throw
up
up.
their noses and then trying to pull them out of their mouths. YouTube, Twitter, and Snapchat videos are being shared all over the place, all over the internet. Teenagers are doing it, but even some adults are doing it, and you shouldn't do it because it could cause choking and vomiting. It goes without saying, definitely tell your kids, do not do this.
That just made me gag a little. Like,
Yeah.
it's gross.
Are people really that bored out there? These are the
Seriously.
things you got to turn to?
Go for a run. Go play a sport. Like,
Go outside and do some gardening or something
Yeah,
like that.
help your mom
Work
around
with
the
your
house.
hands, for goodness sake.
I would like to think
Jeez.
that you know, this isn't a new thing and it's not just this generation, but now with social media, everybody's taking videos of it and posting it, which is
I think
terrible.
it's a little bit of both.
Yeah.
Like, I feel
I
like
can't imagine.
people have always done dumb
Crazy things, yeah.
But also people are more likely to do dumb things because
Of social media.
Social media.
Right.
Well,
So
back
it's
in the
kind of
day, they used to just get into a Volkswagen. All your friends pile in. Or a telephone booth. I'll explain what a telephone booth is later.
Well,
The men hit
I've
the
been in one. I know what it is.
The men hit the floor.
Kids illustrating dismal effects of being raised on social media as they snort condoms for likes. First it was reports of kids eating Tide Pods, now the internet is being bombarded with videos of teens snorting condoms, all in an attempt to gain temporary social media fame while putting their health at risk. By John Vibes, April 2, 2018. If the trend of kids eating Tide Pods was not disturbing enough, a new social media challenge has teens snorting condoms. The exact origin of this trend is unknown, but in recent weeks teens across the country have been snorting condoms and putting the footage on YouTube to catch their 15 minutes of fame or perhaps 15 minutes of shame. The search term condom challenge will bring up more than 279,000 results on YouTube, most of which show young people performing this gross and dangerous trick. In the stunt, a teen takes a condom up one nostril and attempt to pull it out of their mouth or out of the other nostril. This is actually a trick that has been performed by professionals in sideshows for generations. However, none of these kids are professionals and many of them are getting sick and risking permanent damage to their bodies. In a recent column for Forbes, Bruce Wiley, a Johns Hopkins professor, said, "Anything else that goes up your nose can damage the sensitive inner lining of your nose, cause an allergic reaction, or result in an infection." Dr. Carol Cooper told The Sun that the stunt could even kill someone. The nose is connected to the back of the mouth, it's also connected to the airwaves. There's every possibility something you push up your nose will end up in your windpipe, or in your lungs. With potentially fatal results, Cooper explained. Why are so many kids doing something so pointless and dangerous? Experts say that it is tied to seeking attention and approval on social media. Because these days our teens are doing everything for likes, views, and subscribers. As graphic as it is, we have to show parents because teens are going online looking for challenges and recreating them, Stephen Enriquez, a state education specialist, told KPMH News. Evan West. Heavy checkmark. @TV_Evan. The apocalypse is here. Kids are snorting condoms. 11:21 p.m., March 30, 2018. 22. See Evan West's other tweets. Twitter adds info and privacy. These dangerous online trends are an indication that there is something very wrong with the psychology of young people in modern society. It is obvious to anyone, even children much younger than these teens, that eating Tide Pods and snorting condoms is dangerous, but they don't seem to care. It is almost as if these people have a death wish, or that they have no concern for their lives or health. However, it seems to be much more complicated than that. It is not that these kids actually want to die, it simply appears that they value the attention they get on social media far more than they value their health and their futures. Zooming out a bit and looking at the bigger picture, it is easy to see the same mentality come into play in the case of teenagers who act out in more extreme ways. The darkest example of this mindset can be seen in the school shooting phenomenon, where perpetrators of these acts of violence actually look forward to the media attention that they receive in the aftermath of their attacks even if they're not alive to see it. Last week, it was reported that the suspected gunman in the Parkland shooting, who shall remain nameless, has been receiving a disturbing amount of fan mail from behind bars, including sexual photos from female fans. For someone who spends their entire life ridiculed and ignored, as many teens do, this type of attention can be something very attractive for a young and impressionable person who has not yet learned how to manage their own emotions. This is why it is no surprise that there are typically dozens of attempted copycats, or threats thereof, after a high-profile school shooting. Confused and disturbed teens end up seeking the attention that they see others receive through traditional and social media. Although these twisted social media challenges are far less of a concern than school shootings, both seem to be a sign of how teens are developing psychologically in an age where self-worth is measured by likes, clicks and digital friends.
Hey Charlotte County, this is Charlotte County COPWATCH, and I just wanted you to know that I am using this stuff under fair use. And also remember to like and subscribe this channel. Also too, keep in mind I do not make any money on YouTube. This is 5 hours work a day, you know, fighting for freedom. And you can donate with PayPal and Patreon. I just want you to think about this. If everybody gives to PayPal and Patreon, Patreon is every month. Actually, PayPal you can do every month. I have 12,000 subscribers. If everybody gives, I can quit my regular job and go full-time investigations on Charlotte County and possibly even more and beyond. So just keep that in mind. If everybody helps out, I can go full-time doing this. Thanks.